Dubai is one of the 7 states that make up the United Arab Emirates. Under the rule of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, it's an oasis of stone, marble, concrete and glass set in the Arabian desert. 40 years ago, it was a fishing village. Now, a trade and manufacturing infrastructure has been created alongside a booming tourist industry, and it continues to expand. The history of Dubai resembles a rags-to-riches story. A small, sleepy settlement occupied by nomadic Bedouin was seen as an inhospitable place, with dry desert sand covering the land and water in short supply. Tourism seemed a distant dream.
Gulf and desert doesn't really go along, you know. But I think if we were to move forward, that moved from a game for our social interaction, people talk about golf and business, to helping the city to become on the world map, and not only as a golf destination, but as a great tourism destination.
His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, the idea behind building the first green golf course in Dubai is mainly to attract more people to come from different parts of the world to Dubai to play golf. So Sheikh Mohammed decided at that time, okay, this is where we want to build it.
It was hard to imagine a more unnatural activity than playing golf on green grass in an area which, left to itself, would be given over to sand dunes and scrub. But designer Carl Litton couldn't wait to get started.
It was just a magnificent sight. And I did not even have the topo, but I knew there was no problem designing a course of world-class caliber here. As long as you can read topographical surveys, you have no problem jockeying a routing plan in that works with the land without destroying what God put here.
I remember standing on what is now the 9th tee, the par 4, and they said, well, this will be an elevated tee. It's a flat piece of desert, and down there there'll be a pond, and that will separate the 9th and the 18th. And the 9th and 18th will share a green like a crescent right in front of the clubhouse, which will be Bedouin tents. And I looked at him and I thought, yeah.
To cause the desert to bloom required vast amounts of water. It couldn't be drawn from limited supplies available naturally, so miraculously 600,000 gallons of water a day from the Arabian Gulf were pumped through a desalination plant to maintain the existence of 30,000 trees and shrubs on the course. From the air, it was as if a large green silk handkerchief had been placed neatly in the middle of the desert, and the European tour was overwhelmed at the result.
The golf course was quite spectacular. It was a beautiful layout by Carl Litton. It was in terrific condition. You know, at that stage 20 years ago, we didn't play on golf courses of the quality that we play on now. So at that point in time, I realized straight away that the players would love this venue, and I knew it was going to be a success.
With no expense spared, the Emirates course was officially opened by the President of Pakistan in March 1988 with the help of a special gold club, and Sam Torrance was invited to play in the opening exhibition match.
When we first went there was nothing between the airport and the golf course. I mean, you could see the beautiful clubhouse from miles away. Now you can't see it until you're actually in there. Howard Clark and I played Roger Davis and Graham Marsh. It's kind of an east versus west exhibition match to open the course. I love Dubai. I've always loved the Emirates course. It's perfect condition. It's very high up there.
The Emirates clubhouse is unique, a modern representation of a Bedouin encampment in the desert with 7 interconnecting tents made of glass, concrete and steel. A $10 million facility made for a sheikh, and yet for all its majestic and affluent appearance, guests were welcomed with warmth and generosity.